Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here. Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year. Hope you guys all had an excellent New Year and a Christmas as well. I have been missing for a couple of weeks, so I just wanted to take a little bit of a break from YouTube. I did go off to Norway for a week, and then either side of that I had just, preparations for Christmas, and then I came home and there was all the New Year stuff. And you guys know how it is, at least those of you who have families, I should say. So in any case, I'm back now. And honestly, usually as a content creator, when I take a couple of weeks off, I assume I'm going to come back and there's going to be a lot of new things to talk about, interesting news to go over. At the moment with Battlefield 2042 though, that doesn't really seem to be the case. In fact, I've come back here and found that pretty much nothing has changed over the past couple of weeks. So in this video, I just wanted to sort of touch bases with you guys. There are a few topics that I want to go over here. First of all, as you'll see in the background, we do have some Pondhawk Superiority. I will talk a little bit about that. I also want to touch on something that's, I guess, a little bit sad. It's basically about EA's inability to support their player base, which kind of sucks to see, honestly. And then finally, I want to talk a little bit about the future of Battlefield 2042. We, of course, got some pretty big Season 7 news before the Christmas break came in, and I think that's kind of radically changed the content release cadence up until the next Battlefield game releases. As always guys, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. When we do finally get some content for Battlefield 2042, I will be covering all of it, so I promise there will be things, interesting things on the channel. Anyway, enough of that. Pondhawk Superiority, guys. This game mode has just come out today, on Tuesday. This is the last of the Christmas modes, if you will. I kind of missed a lot of the others because, as I mentioned, I was away for a couple of weeks. I just caught the tail end of the elf mode. I'm going to be completely honest, that mode was absolutely terrible. I'm sure there's some people out there who really enjoyed it, but I got about 2 kills and then I just quit, man. I just could not. It was just so bad. I really don't have any words for it. So I came into Pondhawk Superiority pretty hopeful. You know, flying around is kind of my deal. It's kind of my bag. And it wasn't really what I expected. What I thought this game mode was going to be is everybody on a Pondhawk with launchers. But it actually turns out that you can walk around on the ground. You get a pistol. You can have C5. And you don't necessarily need to be on a Pondhawk at all. So really what it turns into is ground infantry only warfare with pistols only, launchers only, and there's like a few people flying around on the Pondhawks. And honestly, you're going to get way more kills just by running around on the ground and using your pistol and your launcher rather than flying around on a Pondhawk. So they kind of just become transport vehicles as they're intended to be. The whole superiority thing just goes out of the window. So I kind of feel like the whole point of this game mode has been lost. But it was okay, you know, it was okay. I won't say I'm going to play another round of it. It wasn't that good. It's not better than Conquest or Breakthrough, but it's better than that elf nonsense. I will say that. Not much of a compliment, I know, but there you go, DICE. You can take that to the bank and cash it for whatever it's worth. Now, whilst we're kind of in the vein of riffing on DICE and EA, I'm not trying to make this video overly negative, by the way, guys, but these things just happen. So, some of you may be familiar with the case of Ash BF. He is a Battlefield 2042 streamer. He predominantly flies around in the Nightbird, and I want to say this right off the bat because I know Ash is kind of like a controversial figure. A lot of people don't like him because he basically waits on the spawn screen, spawns into the Nightbird. Whenever he dies, he then spawns straight into the Nightbird again, and he just spams the Nightbird all game long, every single game. I don't think I've ever seen him playing anything but in the Nightbird, and I know that rubs a lot of players the wrong way, regardless of whether you think that's a morally right way to play Battlefield 2042 or not. He's not breaking any rules, right? He's not hacking, he's not breaking any EA rules or rules of the game. There is nothing that says you can't play the game any way you want to play the game. However, there have been, over the past months, and I think it's almost up to a year now, several individuals who constantly stream snipe him. Now, stream sniping is basically classified as harassment, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will have already heard of this case already. I've made a video on this before, And EA have basically said that they are doing something about it. In fact, live on one of their streams, Tom Stratman, aka Stratford, the main community manager for the game, actually replied and said that they are looking into this and they are doing something about these stream snipers. However, according to Ash, nothing has been done about it. This was months ago. Nothing has been done about it yet. And I've just seen a tweet from him saying he tried to stream Battlefield 2042 in the new year and got immediately stream sniped and harassed by these same no-life degenerates. It started with Silk in September 2022, and it's still going today in January 2024. I was a fool to be patient with EA DICE, thinking they would help me. Please support me as I move my content creation over to the finals. Fuck Battlefield. So Ash has basically had enough. And I can already see the comments right now, right? I know a lot of people are just going to be like, who cares? Good riddance. I don't like Ash anyway. But that's kind of besides the point in this situation to me. Battlefield 2042 is growing very thin, and just the Battlefield franchise in general, on content creators. And love us or hate us, franchises like Battlefield kind of need content creators. The more people make content about the game, the more word spreads about the game, the more players play the game, the more content they make for the game, the more successful it is. It's like a snowball effect, right? And right now, the Battlefield franchise doesn't really have a whole lot of content creators. In fact, I watched Ender's video today, and he was commenting on exactly that. So what kind of a content creator is going to be attracted to this franchise if they look at EA and they look at DICE, they see this guy getting stream sniped and harassed, and see EA doing absolutely nothing about it? If you ask me, I think that they probably secretly just wanted to get rid of Ash. I don't think they like the way that Ash plays the game. I don't think they condone the way that he plays the game, just spamming the helicopter all day long. But on the flip side, he's not doing anything wrong, right? So they can't just ban him. So I think they just kind of quietly want to get rid of him. Like, if he leaves, they're like, that's fine with us. But it just isn't right, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys will disagree with me, but there's just something about this whole situation that just rubs me the wrong way, and it's just disappointing, man. Okay, enough about that for now, though. Let's move on to another topic here. So let's talk a little bit about the future of Battlefield. So previously, before DICE recently, I guess, announced Season 7 and that we will be getting multiple maps, we don't yet know if that's going to be 2 maps, 3 maps, 4 maps. I know, I'm not going crazy, guys. I'm sure it's going to be 2. If we get 3 or 4, I will literally eat my proverbial hat. But another thing that they revealed to us is that we aren't going to be getting any content until sometime in March. So that is a pretty long wait. Now, I do think we are going to see an update 6.3 between now and then. There has to be something for us. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to contain, but hopefully it's going to be some interesting balance patches, something to just change up the meta of the game a bit, because it's certainly not going to be new weapons or maps or any kind of solid content like that. So once again, just like last summer with Redux, we are going to have a bit of a hard, long drought here. Now, previously, I would have assumed that how DICE were going to tackle this is release Season 7 at the end of Season 6, and then Season 8 at the end of Season 7, which would lead us sometime into the summer of 2024, and then we would either have a year-long drought of no Battlefield content from 2024 to 2025, and then they would release the next game, or whatever title Ripple Effect is currently working on, which is a standalone game that is going to be alongside DICE Stockholm's main Battlefield game, that would release earlier in 2024, just after the summertime. However, seeing the way that they have delayed Season 7, I have to say it really looks like they're going to try to drag things out. I do think there is going to be a Season 8, and I think Season 8 is going to be the last season. They're going to do a full year 2, a full 4 additional seasons, more than was promised. That's going to be the end of it. So we're getting Season 7 sometime in March. You can pretty much expect it to be at least the same amount of weeks that we currently have in Season 6. Is it 16 weeks? It's 4 months, right? Yeah, so 16 weeks. So that's going to put us in April, May, June, July. That's going to put us right into the thick of summertime, just in time for DICE to do another Redux and take a summer break, just like they did in 2023. Then they're probably going to release Season 8 after the summertime, and that will lead us up into like Christmas. So that would be my guess. They're going to drag out the last 2 seasons of the game over 2024 all the way up to the end of the year, and then we'll have, I guess, half of 2025 without any real content. You do have to remember, if the next Battlefield game is going to release in 2025 around October or November, when DICE generally like to release Battlefield games, we're going to start to hear teases about the game, maybe even leaks before that during the summer. So we'll actually only have around half a year of dead silence, essentially, from DICE and EA. That is to say, if things go according to the way I think it will. Guys, I will be interested to know what you think about it down below. Right now, I'm just sort of going with the flow. I know this video has been a little bit rambly. If I'm perfectly honest, I came back, I wanted to make a Battlefield video and just let you guys know I am still here. I am still planning to make content for the game. I don't really know what I wanted to talk about, though, so I just sort of sat down and, you know, let it roll. In any case, leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, of course, for more Battlefield content. I will be starting up the stream again, so there will be a stream tomorrow on Wednesday and another one on Friday, and then we'll be going on Monday, Wednesday, Friday after that at around 4 PM GMT. So keep your eyes peeled for those. That's always a good place to grab me and have a little chat with me if your heart desires. But otherwise, hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.